Okay, why don't you
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shift Talking. I don't know if this counts as a shift talking, but it's definitely a podcast. We are back. How do you like that?
That was sexy.
Thank you.
I think you could be like a TV person.
If I really wanted to, I
think
could be anything. If I really wanted to. Excuse me.
We're gonna talk about a SEMA.
We just got back from SEMA. We had a good time. I think I had a good time. What did you think?
Are you okay?
I am okay. I'm excited to talk about SEMA.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited about talking about SEMA too. I 100% agree with all the memes. There were a lot of Supras there.
Yeah, there was a ton.
There was a lot of Supras there.
Not a bad thing.
It's, the funny thing is we all complain about it, but it wasn't a bad thing.
Secretly, you guys love it. See, you guys are now starting to.
You guys, what is that?
You and everybody else that hates the Supra.
I don't.
You guys are no. Stop.
You're the Skyline kid.
Stop.
I'm the Supra. I'm just not a Mark 5 fan.
You're the Mark 4 Super girl. I'm a car enthusiast. I appreciate a lot of different cars. Okay.
Okay. So
listen, Linda. Listen, okay? In regards to the Supra, yes, there were a lot of them at this show.
There was a ton.
It was to be expected. This is the first Supra that has been made in almost 20 or over 20 years. It is going to be expected with any new generation of vehicle. I promise 100%. You, it looked the same way in 2015-14 when the Mustang S550 came out. Everybody had to have one. Because what is SEMA? Business to business, show the newest, show the latest.
No, 100%.
What's the Supra?
No, 100%.
The latest.
100%. I totally get
just saying.
That.
I'm just saying.
I get it. No. It would be stupid to think that there was only going to be 2 Supras there. It's very stupid thinking because it's an aftermarket show and they are producing things for the latest and greatest. That's why we all go, right? No, it makes sense. There was a lot of Supras. There was a lot of Supras. A lot of Supras.
But let me ask you this.
Like every other booth, had a Supra.
Let me ask you this, though.
I already know what you're going to say. I'm expecting next year, it's all C8s. It's going to be Corvette heaven next year.
Let me ask you this,
okay.
though. This is a very important question, okay? Are you ready?
I'm very ready.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
How much do you want that new Supra now, though?
Compared to when it first came out. Because that's not a fair question. How's that
not a fair question?
I have told millions of people that follow me, all 2,000 of them, that which is millions of people in my opinion. I am not a fan of the look of the new Supra. Mm-hmm. It does not make me want one. Okay. We heard the stock car, stock Supra. I almost peed myself laughing
because of how quiet
it was. Teslas are louder, okay?
Wow.
That's all I'm saying, okay?
Okay.
That car is very quiet stock, and I understand that it's one of those, it's the new BRZ, okay? It's a new 86. It's a new 86, so there's going to be a lot of stuff. That's why I said it is the new 86. Fight me. Don't at me, people, okay? It is 100% the new tuner platform, and I'm not by saying new like there's never been a Supra before. Of course there's been a Supra before, but it's gonna be the new tuner car. We're gonna see some scary ass builds here, I would say, in probably the next 2 years. We're gonna see some 1,000 horsepower crazy kids running around with it. It's 100% expected to be the new easy to build platform car, so it doesn't make me want one because it looks like a Miata.
That wasn't my question, though.
No, the question was how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I want a Supra? And
compared to when they first came out.
When they first came out, I still don't want one.
That's not the question.
No, that is still a 0. Let me give you a number scale, a 0. I don't want the car. I think it's too small. Mm-hmm. There were some cool wide body builds on it, but it's one of those things where the reason why I didn't buy an 86 in the first place was because everyone had one. Yeah. So I already know that this car is going to be the car that everyone's going to have one, especially right now because it's not selling very well. So they're about to drop the prices, which is what everybody's waiting for. Yeah. So I'm just. Yeah. I mean, not to be like rude or Debbie Downer about it, just me personally, I don't want one. I know that you want one and you're probably going to buy one, but
what I'm going to do,
it looks like a Miata. Just buy a Miata. They're cheaper.
No.
It 100% looks like a Miata.
No. And I'm going to disagree with you because the reason why you buy a Supra is because it's a Supra. Okay. You don't buy a Miata because you want a Supra. You buy a Supra because you want a Supra, right? You don't buy an 86 for the same reason. So,
bro, someone's trying to call you. You better hang up. We're working here, dude.
Yeah, for real. Leave us alone. Leave a voicemail. I'll call y'all back. Yes, I do want a Supra. Mm-hmm. And one day I will have a Supra. And it will be a Mark V A90. And it won't be a wide body because as much as I like the wide body, our SEMA logo just went away.
So, therefore, we're not going to have one. Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Okay, back to the thing.
Yes, I do want a Supra. One day I might have a Supra. Right now I don't because, one, I have my Mustang, which I still love. I still need to get out there and drive more and enjoy it more. And that's really why I don't go and trade it in. I feel like I haven't enjoyed my car as much as I want to or can.
That's because you won't let me drift it.
That's because you won't pay for anything that breaks should something break.
I've paid for half of one thing that I broke.
Yeah, you paid for half of one thing that you broke.
Okay, let me ask you this then. If you had the opportunity, and I'm being dead serious, okay? GTR, the new GTR, or Supra?
At cost or for free?
No, for free.
For free.
Someone's giving you an opportunity. Okay, you could be here's the Supra. This is where I'm starting to get at here. Okay, this we could talk about Supras all damn day long. My issue with how I'm not a fan of how they did the Supra. I feel like they did the Supra dirty. Like that is not the car that.
And a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah, so
a lot of people agree with you.
You know what? I don't want to talk about Supras this whole time. I want to talk about SEMA. Because we can go on a rant
all
day about Supras. Okay.
To answer your question real quick though, before we go over to SEMA, I would get the GTR, sell it to buy a Supra, buy two Supras.
And then you buy one Supra, and then you get a 06 GTR.
Yes.
There you go.
Boom. Perfect.
And I can drive the Supra. Anyways.
SEMA. So SEMA 2019.
Yes.
Overall, I think it was another fantastic event.
Mm-hmm. Always is.
You know, a lot of so many people from so many parts of the world coming for just to share the same passion, which is, well, for some it's making money, for others it's cars.
Most of us it's making money.
I did love all the SEMA builds that were there. I think if I had to pick a favorite, I think it was probably maybe not necessarily favorite, but like first one that comes to mind is definitely that LTO BMW, that nice little olive gloss green one that they had. I don't remember what booth. Meguiar's. I think it was the Meguiar's booth.
Yes.
That one I absolutely loved. And then I also loved those Porsche Spiders that they had in the Toyo Tread Pass booth.
They had one Spider.
Two. The gray and the blue one. And the brown and the orange.
Where was the gray and the blue one?
Right next to the brown and the orange one.
Am I losing my mind? I genuinely do not remember. I remember the brown and orange one. The brown and orange one was amazing. Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
Well, right next to it was a gray and a blue one. And I think that the attention to detail that these builders put into building these cars was immaculate. Like, oh my gosh, it's just such a beautiful car. All three of those, the two Porsches and then the one BMW, all three of them were just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, stunningly gorgeous cars. Mm-hmm. This doesn't mean that the rest of the cars weren't at all gorgeous or stand out. It's just my opinion of what I think of first when I think of best builds at SEMA 2019. I was a fan of the Liberty Walk Lexus that was in the Toyo Tread Pass.
Seen him before.
I was a fan of the Terminal Supra that was in the Tread Pass. I absolutely loved that military green Boss Mustang that was also in the tread pass booth.
Out of all the cars there, that one threw me off. I was like, okay, exotic, Porsche you've never even heard of, another Porsche in the back. Then we got these awesome BMWs, Evos, and everything. Oh, a classic Mustang. Like it was so out of place there. It was awesome. It was a great build, but it was just so out of place there. That and the Pandem truck. I'm sorry.
The Pandem Titan. That was okay.
That one threw me for a loop too. I was like, who? Okay. First of all, let's talk about that really quick. We need to talk about this. I'm gonna butcher the dude's name. Who's the guy who runs Pandem? Say his name.
Man.
It's Kato.
No, Liberty Walk Kato is Kato.
It's Kato, and then the Pandem guy is his starts with the K too. I think. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna look it up
I don't want to
quick.
butcher it.
No,
Look
I
it
don't
up
want to
real
butcher
quick
it because I mad respect for this gentleman.
Yeah, 100%.
He first of all, he's a living anime character, so he's got style like that nobody on this planet could pull off. Just him. So I think he's a doll, right? Who the hell is gonna pay for that kit on your Titan? Who is it? No, okay, because I don't know if people. I mean, especially like our audience. I don't know if you're truck fans. A fully loaded Nissan Titan is a very expensive truck, and then on top of that, you have this really nice truck that is a luxury truck. It's not necessarily the one that you think of for hauling and that sort of thing. Who the hell is gonna put that kit on there?
Probably people in the business. I don't see regular Joe Schmo consumers doing that to their trucks.
I don't see regular Joe Schmoes just wide bodying their cars. I get that, but it would have made sense with a Raptor. I would have been like, that looks cool. But he picked the Titan. I just thought it was weird. There's another car that was there. I was like, what the hell? That's just
you know weird. What though? That truck gets no love because the Tundra, which is a competitor to the Titan, gets a lot of love, especially the newer design ones because they just get a lot of love.
They're great.
The F-150 gets a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
The Silverado gets a lot of love. The Ram gets a lot of love, but the Titan doesn't really get a lot of love.
And it's sad because people. I mean, again, we're. I don't want to brag, but back in my day. The Nissan Titan was the most luxurious of all the trucks. It did used to be like the nicest one, and now look at it.
Yeah.
Now we got to put Pandem kits on it to make it look cool.
It did look cool though.
No, it looked great.
It looked awesome. It's
just something to me. I was sitting there like, who the hell is gonna buy this? Like, I get like the A6 and all of this.
Yeah.
The ones that the Mini Cooper one here that you made. It makes. Or was that Liberty Walk? See, I get the two confused. Mm-hmm. I'm not a tuner person.
It's fine. I can't honestly. At this point, I can't tell you the difference either. I know it's different companies.
I know
Pandem and Liberty Walk,
but they're friends.
I think they have a relationship.
No, they're friends. I know that for sure. There's no like. It's just it's one of those weird things. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
So yeah, a Pandem.
My
Titan.
favorite build.
Ooh, your favorite.
My favorite build is that there was a gray and pink Porsche at the Toyo booth that when I first saw it, I thought it was a Datsun, and I'm embarrassed. But then I was looking at it, and I was like, holy shit, this is a Porsche. It doesn't look anything like a Porsche. It doesn't look anything like a Porsche I've ever seen before. Is Bishimoto? Bishimoto was the one working on it.
Yeah. This gentleman, I'm sure our audience knows, he was in the first season of Fastest Car. He's the one that builds like those crazy. He builds the crazy Porsches, but he also has a really fast minivan, really fast like little Civic hatchback. Like he does off the wall stuff.
That build was like magnifique. It was awesome. It was super cool. The Scooby-Doo truck was also really cool. Yeah. Especially because I mean, I love weird builds. I'm really disappointed Rucci didn't have freaking cars at their booth because I wanted to see that. I love Rucci. Rucci, you know, I'm hoping one day, that's the dream, that's the goal, is to get sponsored by Rucci Ford, because I'm telling you, I have the most amazing Escalade build, and it has to have Rucci's. But went all over the place. The Scooby-Doo truck was really, really cool. It was huge. It was terrifying looking, and it was adorable at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was so, and like if you walked into the hall, it was like above everything. Like it looked great. I was a fan of the Scooby-Doo truck.
It was actually so above everything that I didn't even realize it was what it was until the second day when we walked back in there and you were like, hey, here's a Scooby-Doo truck.
Scooby-Doo truck.
And I was like, what?
So we learned something new about Daniel. Things that are taller than Daniel, he either A, doesn't see or gets extremely uncomfortable with.
Yes.
So hashtag, if people don't know this or you're just a little slow, we did happen to run into Magnus Walker.
Oh, yeah.
And that dude could literally play for the Lakers. That guy is tall.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. I love Magnus Walker. I love his philosophy on things and just his lifestyle. But when I saw him get out of that Baja Porsche and this man towered over me, I don't know what came. In a way, he's a little bit intimidating.
Oh, absolutely. He has an aurora around him.
Yeah, an aura.
Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
Aura. A vibe. He has a vibe.
Yes.
Like he commands attention in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so when he towered over me, I felt so small. I'm not a little guy. I'm not the tallest man in the world.
You're pretty tall though.
I'm 6 feet tall exactly. Okay, per the doctor, however many years ago was the last time I went. Anyway, so I'm not a little man by any stretch of the imagination.
Wait, are you taller than my dad?
I think so.
Then you're like 6'2", 6'3".
No,
no. My dad's 6'2".
Impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
Impossible.
I've
seen.
I tell all my friends you're like 6'7". That's. So that's.
I mean, to you it might be true. Anyway, so when this man just towered over me, and the thing is, he was getting out of the Porsche. So he got out and he just went from a sitting position to a standing position in like milliseconds. And I had to look up all of a sudden. I realized that I had to go.
Flustered, dude.
I had to go.
Same thing with Chris Forsberg.
Oh my God, another one. Chris Forsberg, because he was also in that Toyo booth. And I saw him and I recognized him and I wanted to say hi, but he looked like he was enjoying the show. So I also didn't want to bother him at the same time. And that dude is like another foot taller than me. So I said, oh, see you later. I'll see you when you're drifting, buddy.
You're sitting down.
When you're sitting down. Yeah. And when he's doing the autograph signings. And then the other thing too, the Kaiser.
Dude, that dude is... Here's the sad thing. For those who don't know, on a good day, I'm about 5'1", 5'2". On
a good day.
We were hanging with our friend Jimmy, who was hanging out with the Kaiser and Eric, which is the
LTO co-founder.
Co-founder of LTO. I don't know where... Okay, I've been on Instagram for a very long time. I've followed Kaiser for years. I'm talking 4 or 5 years now. And... I know what he looks like. Tell me why. Until we left, I didn't realize it was him because I never looked at his face because he's that tall.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, that's a cool shirt he's wearing. It's red. I remember all the details. He was wearing a red shirt, black pants.
Hey, can we talk about that real quick for just a minute though? If the boys over at LTO ever make big man certified stuff, can I please have one?
Oh.
I like the shirts.
I know. I like the shirts too. And Eric did say that they were doing a merch drop soon.
Yeah,
so
I mean, a lot of people
hey,
say
bro,
that they're doing a merch drop. That's not the issue. The issue is that it's got to be big man certified.
That's true. You know what? We should talk to him about it.
Okay, big man certified.
Big man certified.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for us to. You have to do that show.
Hey, let us know in the comments down below if y'all want a show where I review cars and what dictates if they're good or not is if they're big man certified.
I think that would be.
Y'all let me know.
Yeah, I really hope you end up doing
big man certified.
Big man certified.
BMC.
let's see what else happened at SEMA. There were some really cool companies there this year. There was a lot of new ones that I haven't seen before. Of course, you got your basic bitches, which is, Hoonigan. You got your chemical guys. You got your Adams Polishes. They're always there. They're the big boys. McGuire's, Mothers. They're always there. But there was a lot of new companies I had never seen before
They're doing some pretty cool stuff.
And they're doing awesome stuff.
Really cool stuff.
Yes.
I don't know how to pronounce this one.
It's the
X-ing, cross-ing,
it's the crossing.
shing. I don't know how to pronounce this one. But it is a company that has developed and figured out a way to do an electric crate motor, completely fully battery powered, electric, 100% electric, and adapt it to work off of a stock OEM transmission.
Hallelujah.
Now, the adapting part, that's common. I've seen that done before.
Yes.
But an electric crate motor that will 100% turn your car into a 100% electric vehicle, that was interesting.
That was really awesome.
I probably wouldn't do it because I like my roaring V8s.
No, you probably wouldn't, but you may have to.
Yes.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's what I thought was really cool, is that they're giving people an opportunity to still keep those cars that we grew up with and love and cherish, and give them an opportunity for us to continue to drive them in a more environmentally conscious way. I thought dude, you saw me. I was giddy. I thought it was... I love that their first car was a damn Camaro.
And a classic one
at that. Classic. It was beautiful. It looked good. That's what drew me over to the booth. I was like, that looks cool. And I was looking at the car and I was like, holy shit, there's no engine in here. And then I was like, holy shit, there's batteries. Oh, okay. It's an electric Camaro. And then we talked to the marketing lady, and she was super cute and adorable. And she was telling me all this. It was cool. I was there for a while. I was getting cards and information. I thought that company was the bee's knees.
That was a really cool company. And then I think another company doing something that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't work the way that we'd like it to, but still is pretty cool, is the map company that lets you go and put pinpoints.
It's called OnX.
OnX or something like that.
I looked into this. OnX has a company called OnX Hunting. And it's for them to have maps of like where they deer and this sort of thing. Actually, my uncle uses it, so I have heard of this map before, but I didn't realize it was them. And then they did a spin-off of it called OnX Off-Road, and those are for it's cool. It's just a way to pinpoint areas on the map where you're going, so that way, because you've never been off-roading before, but I've had quite a few times. You go up in the mountains, sometimes you don't get service, so it's really cool to have something on your phone showing exactly how to get to that point, and you can pin different like landmarks. Like there's a giant rock that looks like a penis like in the middle of the road, so then I drove by the penis and I know that so I'm
terrible example but I get what you're saying, but it was a terrible example.
I just thought it's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think it is really cool too. And the fact that you can like track. The reason why I was so like, I wanted to talk to these guys was because when we go canyon carving, we also don't have service.
Yep.
So being able to kind of see our route in case we get lost going back, because sometimes we get lost in the canyons. We take a wrong turn.
Yep. It has happened numerous times.
Being able to go back, find like breadcrumbing it, find our way back to where we came from is fantastic. And then not only that, but let's say we need to scout a route for a cruise in the future. We can scout it, we can map it, we can share that map with anybody who's going to come with us, and they can just follow along when they go.
Yep.
That was really cool too.
It's great for I think a purpose, because we're going to start using it too. I think the one thing I'm super excited for is just the pinpoints, because sometimes especially as photographers, there's some spots that people are finding that just are amazing, and you have no idea how to get there. Or it's a situation where the guy wants to tell you where it is, but he's like, I was up in the mountains, guys. Like I couldn't like pinpoint or anything. So I think it's a cool app. It's definitely one that I can foresee being a really, really important thing for a lot of car enthusiasts. Because it's not just for off-roading. You use it for cruises and stuff. You got 100 people coming on a cruise. Everybody download the app. And here's the cruise route. I think that's something that's lacking. It is desperately needed because nobody knows how to read a map anymore. So Dennis.
Anyway.
Can't hand me a map. But I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do with this?
No, he gave you an itemized list of instructions.
He did, but I'm trying to drive, bro. Like, how am I supposed to? I need this on Siri. Like, let's go. Let me see. What else was that crazy going on at SEMA? There was... the reason why we don't have a video of us like at SEMA, like, oh guys, check out this car at SEMA, is good for two reasons. Number one, most importantly, we have a production house and our goal was to make connections. We weren't concerned about making content for this channel at that point because, you know, we're in a tough spot, so we need to, you know, find work. And number two, there's literally 700 other people there doing the same thing. So I would rather us just talk about our experiences there than being like, here's the same Supra that's all over social media and YouTube. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't. That's why we're not. That's why we have a cool picture of a car that was at SEMA, but this is not at SEMA. This was at the Vossen event. We could talk about the Vossen event. Oh
the
my
Vossen
gosh.
event.
Vossen. Those are my homies. In case y'all didn't know. I met Diego for the first time. That's also another person that he doesn't know this. I've been following him for literally years. Mike, we've met Mike quite a few times. I love Mike. I love Mike to death. He's a great marketing director. He's amazing. He does all. If you're not following Mike, you're a fool because he gives you some life advice that genuinely will like.
No, seriously, guys. Like, if you ever wondered why a company's not giving you a sponsorship, he's telling you exactly why.
He tells you exactly.
So if you're not following him, guys,
you're never gonna
get sponsored. Like, I'm sorry. He posts the most true stuff that businesses won't just come out and blatantly tell you.
No, I love that about he is not afraid to hurt feelings. He's really not. He calls it as it is. He's fantastic. We've known Mike for a couple of years, like 3 years, and he invited us to the Vossen kind of like sexy after. I'm gonna call it sexy because that. It was pretty sexy.
It was very
By sexy, I mean they showed all their new wheel designs. They had the colors. They had this weird robotic arm picking up the wheels and spinning it and getting it close to your face. Like, it was crazy. It was really cool. It was a little tight in there, but it was nice. That was, I hate to say it, that was probably the highlight of my trip was that. That and working with Lean Customs was my two favorite things that we did. I love Vossen. I can't justify wheels that cost more than my car on my car. So I'm trying to save the Vossens for the Corvette. That's what I'm trying to save for. But man, those new wheel designs.
We'll have to buy Mike some In-N-Out and ship it over same day. That way he can have it. And remember, he likes a 4x4 with no cheese. Pro tip for anybody out there listening.
No, I just that's the reason why we did that is because he invited us to the party, and we've been trying to take Mike out for dinner, for lunch,
for so long. Like there was, I think he came out to the LA Auto Show once, and we wanted to take him out for dinner, and
he was busy because he's working, and I totally get that. But yeah, no, it was great. It was great to see the guys over at Vossen. They're doing well. The tree was really cool at the event. That was really cool. Just Vossen, just their branding is always on point. I just love that. I love that about them.